Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our English Maritime course. Today I'll be your instructor. This is Instructor Elaine, and I'm going to discuss about still the radio part of the radio communications in the maritime industry. But first, we're going to tackle about the digital selective calling, or what we call the DSC. So the DSC, so this is what we call the digital selective calling. It's a maritime communication system that uses a dedicated distress button to automatically transmit an alert containing a vessel's MMSI number and GPS positions. So a full distress alert can be sent by the first pressing the DSC button, and then if time permits, it manually selecting the nature of the distress. So once the distress alert is sent, the system will automatically switches to the designated VHM channel, which is typically the channel 16. So, and then it's going to repeat the alerts every 4 minutes or until it acknowledge or manually stop. So how are we going to use this DSC for the distress? So again, first it initiate the alert. So when you're going to press and hold the red distress button for approximately 5 seconds. And then the basic distress alert will be sent automatically, including your MMSI number and the GPS position. For the full alert, if time allows after you press the distress button, you need or you can select the nature of the distress. So the distress can be categorized, it depends. It can be collisions, fire, or flooding. So it depends on the situations. So from the menu bar, you before sending the full alert. So you can see it in the menu bar. Then the DSC radio will automatically switch to the VHF channel 70 to send the distress signal, and then to channel 16 for the voice communication. So this is how the communication through DSC shows or going to the it switched to the VHF channel. So once the DSC distress acknowledge and receive, transmit a voice message on the channel 16. So it includes your MMSI and wait for the rescue service to provide a voice channel for further communications. So what do we need to expect after sending the distress alert? So the DSC distress alert will be transmitted repeatedly at intervals of about 4 minutes until acknowledged by a rescue authority or manually stopped. So after you send the distress alerts, it will repeat every 4 minutes. Then your radio, the DSC radio will remain silent on a channel 16 until a rescue service respond to your distress call and request voice communications. So it won't stop alerting unless it already acknowledged. The emergency acknowledgement, so the Coast Guard until will acknowledge your DSC alert, and it will provide the instructions for the next step. So once they acknowledge the alert, they going to give you an what to do or what it will be your next steps on that situations. So I have here some points to remember. So when you replaces the need for the continuous voice listening, transmit a short-coded digital signal to attract the attention of a shore station or the ship. So the DSC or the digital signal, it contains the type of call. So it can be the distress, urgency, or the routine. So the desired communication channel, like switching to the VHF channel for the voice communication. So now we are on the Maritime Mobile Service Identity, or what we call the MMSI. So you've been hearing this to me, the what we call the MMSI. So this is the unique 9-digit number that identifies a specific vessels or the shore station that mm, similar to a phone number for a maritime object. So it is used to with the digital selective calling. So with the DSC radios and automatic identification system or the AIS units to transmit the identifying information during your calls or emergencies. So this one, it will help other vessels and authorities to quickly identify and communicate with them, because each vessels requires only one MMSI, which must be programmed into its DSC radio before use. So each vessel, they have their own MMSI number. So during the emergency calls, when the distress button on a DSC and the VHF radio is activated, the MMSI automatically transmit the vital informations, so such as the boat's name, the locations, and the other details to other DSC or VHF radios in the area. So the MMSI acts as a digital fingerprint for the vessel, that allowing for a unique identification in a both domestic and international waters. So it also enables the other communication features, including the individual calls, group calls, and the position request and polling. So the MMSI is a crucial for the functionality of the DSC radios. It also requires to program the MMSI to work. So with your MMSI program, all the DSC function will work. So never test your radio by pushing the distress red button. So when you send a mayday, you will lift the flap and hold the button for 5 seconds. So the MMSI are also used for the AIS units to identify a vessel on the other ship's display. So how this MMSI manage or assign? So in the international management, the International Telecommunication Union, or what we call the ITU, it manage the assignment of the MMSI numbers internationally. And then during the national assignment, the each country's telecommunications authority, such as the Federal Communications Commissions, there assigns the MMSI number to its registered vessels. So it is also have a critical to keep the contract and the vessel's informations associated with the MMSI updated with the issuing authority. So this ensures that emergencies personnel have the correct information in the event of the accident. So all you have to remember that the MMSI have a 9-digit number that unique to a vessel or the coast station. So use the DSC and AIS to address the specific stations, and it also crucial for the automated distress alerting as it identifies the caller. So I have here some flow charts or graphic showing how the distress alert is received and go to the transmit to the channels and transmit to a voice communication. So this will be the another part of the charts. So we are now here in the initiating the distress alert. So it says here when you press and hold the red distress button on a DSC, equip radio for a 5 seconds. So this will be automatically sends a digital alert containing your vessel's unique MMSI number and the GPS position to all nearby vessels and coast station. So if there is a time also, as I said earlier, you can use the radio menu to specify the nature of the emergency. So, which will be included in the alert. So after initiating the DSC alert, switch to the VHF channel to transmit a voice that Mayday call will with more details. So here. So but first, before what you going to do before you initiate? So you need to ensure first the radio is connected to the GPS because this will automatically provide your location, which is very important for the rescue efforts. So if not, you will need to manually input your position. Another one is protect the button. So the red button is usually covered by a protective guard to prevent the accidental activation. And then you're going to have your MMSI number ready. So your MMSI is a unique 9-digit that identifies your vessel and is programmed into the radio. So this one is very important for the rescuers to help you identify. And then, so this time, how are we going to initiate the DSC alert? So you have to press the red button. So lift the protective cover and press the red distress button. Hold it down for about 5 seconds until the alert is transmitted. And then you have the optional to specify or give the specific nature of your distress. So, again, if you have a given time, you can select what is specifically the nature of your emergency. So, it can be fire, man overboard, sunk, and there's other more before the alert is sent. And then when you have confirmed your distress, you need to wait for the confirmations. So the alert will be repeated every 4 minutes until it is acknowledged or manually stopped. So when the distress alerts already been sent, switch to VHF channel 16. So immediately after the DSC alert is sent, switch your radio to VHF channel 16. And then you need to transmit a voice distress call that includes the following informations. So it can be Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. So this will be the most familiar distress word or alert. So there, and then next will be this is your the vessel name three times. You need to say it three times. And Mayday, this is tell the vessel name and the MMSI number. It can also be Mayday and then the vessel name. For example, Hyundai Paramount. So Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. So you need also indicate your position and then the nature of the distress if there's more time. Then the type of assistance required and then number of people on board and of course the other information as needed. So I have here some important notes or key points to remember also. So first is you need to lift again or like the summary of the discussion. First, you have to leave a protective cover and press the red distress button for 5 seconds. And then next will be the transmit and acknowledge distress alert. So it will be the distress or the nature of your emergency. It also need to alert includes the MMSI in the current positions. And then the system will automatically switch to the corresponding voice channel. So now it's about the urgency of the or the voice distress message of the Mayday, the word Mayday. So this one. So the Mayday is the most urgent distress signal that used in a life-threatening emergencies in the aviation and the maritime industry. So the word Mayday, it is actually derived from the French phrase m'aider, or in English is help me. So m'aider. So it is spoken three times and is followed by the essential details like the vessel names and the position. So the nature of the emergency and the type of the assistance needed. It also included there. So when you are receiving a mayday call, it triggers a response where all non-essential radio traffic stops, and then the emergency services prioritize the distressed vessel for immediate assistance. So here, so when you're making a mayday call, there is a standard procedure. So first, you have to state the distress signal, which is you need to repeat it the word three times, like Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. And then you now going to say the name of your vessel three times, followed by its call sign or the MMSI number. And then after that, you will going to give your exact position in latitude and longitude, or as a bearing and distance from a known point. And then you need to give your exact position in latitude and longitude, or as a bearing um, and distance from a known point. And then you're going to describe the nature of your emergency, such as sinking, fire, or aground. So I have here example of a Mayday distress call.
Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. This is yacht Sunshine, Sunshine, Sunshine. Call sign Charlie, Oscar, Charlie, Kilo 1. MMSI 234765297. Mayday Yacht Sunshine. Call sign Charlie, Oscar, Charlie, Kilo 1. MMSI 234765297. My position is 50 degrees, 42 minutes, decimal 30 north, 001 degrees, 21 minutes, decimal 54 west. I have hit a container and I am holed and sinking. I require immediate assistance. I have two persons on board. We are managing the situation with pumps and we have a life raft ready. Over.
So that's it. So that is the example of the Mayday distress call signal. So the response to a Mayday call. So once the Mayday call is received, all other radio traffic on that frequency ceases to ensure a clear channel for the emergency. And then the air traffic control or the other authorities will immediately begin coordinating the rescue efforts and prioritizing the distress vessels. So here, after the confirmation, the responding party will acknowledge the call and provide the information about this assistance that they will provide. So here, again, the Mayday. It is used when a vessel or person is threatened by a grave or the immediate danger and require the immediate assistance. So you need to have the call structure properly. The three times the Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. And then it will be followed by the ship's name to be repeated also three times. The position, nature of distress, assistance required, or how many persons are on board. So now I have about the um another word, another emergency messages, which is the pan pan. So this one, it is the maritime and the aviation urgency message used when a situation is urgent but does not pose an immediate threat of life or the vessel. So there's a different degree of emergency between the Mayday and the Panpan. So this is signal that vessel has a very urgent message, but it's safety. So such a loss of steering or controllable leak and has a priority over all the communications except for the distress signals like the Mayday. So again, what is this pan-pan? So this is indicates that the state of the urgency, not imminent danger. So for example, if your boat is drifting towards the busy shipping channel or has a controllable leak, but the situation is not immediately life-threatening. So you're going to use the word pan-pan as the correct signal. So when to use this pan-pan signal. So going to use the pan-pan instead of Mayday when the emergency is not grave and imminent. So it allows for a response without requiring immediate or life-threatening assistance. So how are we going to transmit this? So again, same as the Mayday, you need also to say it or respond with the three times, like pan pan, pan pan, pan pan. It follows with the details, like after the initial call, it is state the vessel name three times. And then the position and the nature of the urgent situations. So, example is requesting a tow, engine failure requiring assistance, or needing the urgent medical advice. So here. So again, Pan can has a priority over the communication except for the Mayday distress signal. So the Mayday call is reserved for the situational or the imminent danger to life or the vessel itself. So Pan is used for the urgent situation. So I have here the example of the Pan distress call.
Pan, 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 pan. All stations, all stations, all stations. This is sailboat Joy, Joy, Juliet. Juliet, Oscar, Yankee. Our position.
41 degrees, 00 minutes. North, 29 degrees, 59 minutes east. We are 8 people on board. Our mast broke, engine stopped, and we are drifting. We require assistance. Over.
So there. So you can did you hear that the pan is about did you um the distress calls for the pan is different from the mayday distress signal. So they have both a different level of the emergency. So pan this is the urgent but not the imminent danger. So this is used when the vessel is in a state of urgency concerning the safety of the vessel or the person. It also, as I said earlier, it also required the three times repeated word, the pan, and then requires the priority transmission over the routine traffic. So the signal that a very serious problem occurring. So again, what is the difference or when are we going to use the pan in the Mayday distress call? So the Mayday is used for a very serious, a grave and imminent danger. So this one that requires the immediate assistance, such as a life-threatening emergency like a fire or the structural failure. While the pan is used for the urgent situation that is not an immediate life-threatening one. So as such as the medical breakdown or medical problem on board, or they need a tow assistance, something like that. So another one for the safety messages is what we call the security. So it pronounced as security. So this is the navigational warnings. So this one it is the radio call sign used for broadcasting important navigational and meteorological warnings at the sea. So when broadcasting, it indicates an immediate safety message which has a priority over all other non-distress communications. So these warnings provide a very crucial information on hazards to navigations. So it also includes the wrecks, shoals or the temporary closures, as well as the severe weather forecast like the hurricanes and cyclones. So what is this security message is? So this is the safety broadcast used to inform other vessels about the potential dangers or the important information to ensure their safety. So here, this is the proper way of pronunciation of the word security. So it's not secure, right? This is security. And it's repeated also three times at the beginning of the message. So this one, so it served as a safety signal preceding detailed information on hazard like large commercial vessel and a narrow channel. So it also severe weather warning or floating hazards. So the security warnings are typically used by the coastal radio stations. So here, these are the information you need to remember. So the information about the danger to navigation, such as the damaged buoys, wrecks, reefs, or the shoal. So regarding the meteorological warning, it updates on severe weather system, including all squalls, high winds, cyclones, and the tsunami warnings. So, regarding the operational warning, detailed on the temporary hazards such as the naval exercises, cable laying, and restricted areas for search and rescue operations. So, in maritime security alerts, the advisories that provides information and the potential threats and the recommended courses of actions. So how these security messages broadcast? So the station making a security call will first make the call on a distress frequency, such as the channel 16, and which the working frequency to transmit the message itself. So typically the message include a security call followed by the greeting like hello all the stations, and then the station's own identification before detailing the warnings. And then after that, the all station within the range should listen to the message until they are satisfied that the information does not concern them. So this one. So again, used for the navigational and meteorological warnings where immediate attention is required but not necessarily urgency. So that what is the security. So this all the information about the or summary about the security. Call structure repeated 3 times, security, security, security. And then nature of the urgency, and must be followed by the announcement of the detail or working channel. So I'll give you an example of the security distress call or the security messages. Here.
Security, security, security. All stations, all three. This is sailboat Joy, Joy, Joy. Juliet, Oscar, yes. There is a floating container in position. 41 degrees, 00, 29 degrees, 59 east. I repeat, there is a floating container in position 41 degrees, 00 minutes north, 29 degrees, 59 minutes east. Over and out.
So that's it. So that one is the example of the security message. So here, the Mayday relay details. So again, this is the distress message sent by one vessel on behalf of another vessel in immediate danger. So typically, when the distress vessel cannot transmit its own alert. So before you begin, you need to confirm the needs. So only use this procedure for the genuine distress situations where you know another vessel needs urgent help but is not able to communicate it. And then you're going to check the equipment. So if possible, transmit the radio telephone alarm signal first. So when you transmission sequence, so the Mayday relay signal says again Mayday relay 3 times. And then it intended the recipient states that all station or specific MCTS entry spoken also 3 times. And then you're going to say that this is the vessel name and the call sign. And then Mayday relay again, followed by the distress messages from the other vessel. So this must include the name of the vessel in distress, the position, the nature of distress, and then the number of people on board. And then you're going to have the any other information that will assist secures rescuers such as the action taken. And then you're going to end the call by saying the word over. So I have here example. Mayday re- so all state Mayday relay, Mayday relay, Mayday relay. So all station, all stations, all stations. So this is sailing vessel Stargazer, Stargazer, Stargazer. Mayday relay, sailing vessel Ocean Blue, 45 degrees north, 120 degrees west. Fire on board. 8 people on board. Over. So to hear it clearly, the example of Mayday relay.
Mayday relay, Mayday relay, Mayday relay. This is sailing yacht Mojo, Mojo, Mojo. I have received the following message from Joy. Mayday, Mayday. This is Joy, Joy, Joy. Mayday. Joy, Joy, Oscar Yankee. Our position 41 degrees, 00 minutes north, 28 degrees, 59 minutes east. Heading north. Fire on board. Fire on board. There are 8 people on board. End of message. Over and out.
So that's it. So that now it's the Mayday relay. So here some key points to remember that the procedure used when a ship hear a distress call that has not been acknowledged by a shore station or the RCC. And then it also used when the master decide the distress vessel is no longer capable of transmitting. And then lastly, it requires the explicit use of the word or the term Mayday relay. So I have here now what we call the radio silence. So this one, it refers to the old maritime practice of the mandatory scheduled listening times on the distress frequency to secure a station with a distress call could be heard. So we have here the legacy of the radio silence period. So again, this is to provide the silent period for a station that needed to transmit a distress, urgent, or safety message and might be having a trouble being heard due to the battery power or the antenna issue. So these procedures are on the international distress frequency of a 2182 kilohertz. So the station were required to observe a 3-minute silence every hour at the starts of the midpoint. So the radio room deck would have a specific markings like the red or a green sector that help the operator visually track the silence period. And then there's also some similar silence was also observed in the 500 kilohertz frequency marked in red on the clock. So we have here some modern transition from the traditional to the modern system. So in the modern equivalent, so the GMDSS has replaced the legacy system. So this one, it relied on the manual listening during the scheduled period. While we have now the automatic system where the GMDSS uses the automatic system that are constantly monitoring the distress frequency and automatically alert search and rescue services. So the distress frequency are also different now. Like for example, the 121.5 megahertz and the 243 megahertz frequency, they are used for certain EPIRBs that are no longer monitored by satellite and have been replaced by 406 megahertz beacon. So silence in the modern context, the term radio silence is still used today, but it has a different meaning. So such as the military units go silent to avoid detection, or in the aviation emergency to focus in the critical situations. So that's it for today. You already know about those distress call signals, or that this we discussed today regarding the DSC. So those are the that other distress messages, that like the Mayday, Panpan, and Security Mayday Relay. So you already know the difference between the severity level of emergency of the Mayday between Panpan. So again, thank you for your listening. I hope you know something information about our topic for today. So again, this is your instructor Elaine, and we would like to welcome you again in our English Maritime course.